Okay, another view on here, highly used, is pivot tables. Okay, so again, if you want to see information and analyze information inside the repository, then you can actually put things into a pivot table. So here we're looking at maybe our application portfolios, which we're looking at here. We're looking at the total cost of those applications over their lifetime. But down here on the left-hand side, you can see a whole range of attributes. Okay, so very simple ones on here. I can look at maybe, what are the business processes they're supporting? Okay, so there were any, bring those onto the screen for me. I could also say, what's the business criticality of the application? High, medium, or low. So now it's grouping by that business criticality. If I want to, I can put business criticality at the top here. So now we're grouping. So now I can see a very different view. Now I'm looking at the application cost, the lifetime cost of the application. I'm looking at the value of that, but I'm looking at the total value for all my high business criticality applications. Okay, and that gets interesting. I could also heat map that. So if I want to just focus on, what are the highest value ones, gives me some interesting information here. So it colours in red the highest, which I'll expect. So I'd expect all my business critical application to have the highest lifetime cost. But interestingly, our call center manager here is actually a very high cost, but it's critically low to the business. So maybe that's something I should look at. If I'm doing an application portfolio management exercise, that's probably an area I'd like to target. I could probably go into Call Center Manager here and start to look at, what's it linked to, who's the owner of it, etc. What's it linked to? And I can look at that in an impact diagram as well. Okay, so coming back to the diagrams, when I mentioned impact diagram, if I want to look at the impact of change here, that I can show relationships again, as we did before, but this time I can change the layout here to maybe be a circular layout. And I can just click on an object here and actually start to look at an impact layout, and then start taking objects on that. So my customer's data entity is linked to claim handling, which I'd expect. If I show the relationships on claim handling there, we can start to expand further out, and then start to change the number of circles I've got here, the number of layers on here, etc. So getting a real impact view of the change of that application. So if you remember going back to the pivot table, I'm probably going to be interested in the lifetime cost of a high cost application that has low business criticality. Put it onto an impact diagram here and start to see the impact of changing that. So although it's high cost, and it's low business criticality, it might be actually welded into lots of different places in the architecture, which actually makes its cost a little bit different. And those are the types of things you can do when you've got a tool in place. Okay, the other thing that's highly used is charts. Okay, so very simple things like scatter charts. Where we can start to look at our objects. What are they costing us over time? Okay, so this one's looking at the number of active users, versus the actual number of paid users. Okay, so here I can see I've got policy data management. Has got less than 70 users, but I've got 100 users assigned to it. And actually down here, what I'm probably looking for here is that I've got a 45 to 45 relationship. Here I've got 50 to 60, so I've got 50 active users, 60. So here I can see where I'm overpaying for software, for example, or underpaying, or whether I'm overactively using software where I don't have enough licenses. So lots of things, lots of types of information you can get out of your architecture just by using charts, using the information that's available to you. This one here showing me the lifetime cost of the applications over time. So Call Center Manager is my most costly application, which we know because we saw it in the pivot table. And again, if I want to look at that, I can do. And if I only want to look at the costing information, let's just turn on the costing information on here. Okay, so there's my application lifetime cost. And actually this one is a scorecard actually, so it shows you how a scorecard works. So what's the expected lifespan of that application? Yeah, I can see this is a SaaS application. Yeah, it's got a 50, let's just change this, pound cost. There's 400 users now. Yeah, and you'll see the cost coming down for this. So if I lower the number of users, lower the monthly cost, yeah, say that now start to change my outlook on that application, across the rest of the portfolio.